Welcome back to the Barrett channel. Today we are at a temple, as you can see, and probably here as well. I've got hiccups, so sorry about that, but we've just driven most of the way up here. Okay, so we've got something going on here, so I'm going to have a look. Maybe some of you in the comments can let us know what this says, because I'm not sure. But I guess this is some sort of honourable mentions. But yeah, we are at a temple in Meizhou, China, which is a rural sort of... It is a city. I'm not actually sure, to be honest. I think Meizhou is a city, but the area we are in is kind of more of a village. And we've just driven for about half an hour up the sides of hills and whatnot, taking a 15-minute walk up here, and look at these stunning views. I'm struggling to talk here. Yeah, we've got some incredible views, and we've got a temple going on, and lots of people wishing for good fortune. At first, I did think this was an ancestry temple, because that is one of the traditions in China. When ancestors pass away, they like to burn fake things like TVs made out of cardboard and fake money, and like give them food and burn the food, which basically they believe that it goes to their ancestors in their afterlife, and they can sort of live lavishly up there. So there's a lot of that going on. I actually thought that was what was going on down here. Maybe look, some of you Chinese people watching will know this much better than me. I don't know all the sorts of ins and outs of this, but as you can see here, there's a furnace where things are being burnt. So what does the paper represent? Does that represent fake money? Yeah, and it could, obviously the smoke rises up to the sky, and yeah, it's a nice cultural trope. Over here we've got some sort of candles burning away, and these sorts of incense sticks. I saw a lot of this when I was traveling in Malaysia and Vietnam as well, so I think this is quite popular over most countries in Southeast Asia. And then over here we got some big doofus going on. Not sure who this weirdo is, but we'll a lot of you might not get to see this sort of stuff if you haven't sort of visited Asia, because a lot of this sort of, I'd say the really cultural stuff is in Asia. Well, that's probably because I'm from Europe, so I don't see it as cultural when we go to Europe. It's probably the opposite for people who live in Asia, I guess. But as a European or American, this is where you're really going to find sort of totally different cultures to your own. So this is where they will pray for good luck. I'm not really sure what's going on over here. I think it's like an area where you can buy a drink or two or something like that and have a snack. I think it's more than that, to be honest. I'm just a bit naive, a bit ignorant to this whole sort of way of life, but it's so interesting because it's just so cultural, you know. These type of silver doors, these are really common around rural China. I think it's kind of an old-fashioned look, but you see these kind of silver doors everywhere. And we've got something going on down here. This is sort of like a lunch area by the looks of it. I'm just gonna have a walk through here. This is a bit low ceiling for me. I feel like I'm gonna bump my head. But yeah, these views, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I don't know about you watching, right, but whenever I'm looking at a view like this, I always get the same thought that occurs to me, and that is, I wonder how many people are in my field of vision right now. Like, if you could see, you know, X-ray vision, and see all the people doing their own little thing in their own buildings, living their own life. I think it's so interesting. Just looking over it all and thinking, we built this. These are the kind of views that I do actually miss from living in England, because you know, living in Shenzhen, you don't really get these views so much anymore. Well, I don't get these views so much anymore. So it's nice to see a sort of nature view. But also the urban views are incredible too, because that thought of how many people are in my field of vision, it's like millions upon millions of people, which is just outrageous. This is actually the first visit I've done to anywhere in rural China. I was really keen to get somewhere to get sort of a proper perspective on what it's like, because before now I've been to Macau, Hong Kong, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Shanghai. It's like all the biggest cities, right? All the tier 1 cities. And yeah, they are great. You know, the innovation, the skyscrapers, the urbanization is phenomenal, but it doesn't really give me a true representation of what China is like. So I'm very keen to do, and I am going to be doing some more sort of rural travelling in the near future. I think I'm going to be travelling to Inner Mongolia and sort of possibly visit the Great Wall. So yeah, that'll be really exciting, and I'll have plenty of videos coming on that. But yeah, we're leaving later today. We kind of just came to Meizhou for just a one-night stay, and just to sort of see how it's done in rural China. And yeah, it's been an eye-opener. You know, it is exactly how I expected, to be honest. There was nothing sort of out of the ordinary as to what I've been told and expected, but it's good to see it for yourself. Really is good to see it for yourself, because China's a mad place, you know. It's like you have got these crazy innovative cities where everyone's sort of stacked on top of each other and life's moving at 100 miles an hour. But then that is not a true representation of what most people in China live like. And they've got a population of 1.5 billion people. Like, that is an unbelievable amount of people. So you've got, and the amount of land that is, you know, in China is just, you can't even like put it into perspective. So the vast majority of Chinese are living in this way, you know, sort of self-sufficient. They raise their own animals, they grow their own vegetables, you know, they don't have a mortgage because they've built their own house. And it's just a very simple, sort of straightforward way of living. And it's really cool to see, because in my opinion, this whole like urbanization thing, it's like, it's great and life's busy, but that's not how we evolved to live. You know, like, we've kind of got stuck in a momentum, got stuck in a cycle of, you know, wanting more. And like, who's to say that's the way to live, you know? So I really respect all the people that sort of live in this way and live a happy life. I don't know if it's for me right now, obviously, because I'm young and, you know, I want a bit more chaos in my life. But I can see, you know, sort of if and when I retire in the future, coming to live sort of self-sufficiently and just being around your friends and sort of relaxing. It's what it's all about, as well as travelling, of course, as well as travelling. But anyway, look at you, mate. Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at you.
Wow.
This is going to bring us to the end of this video of this temple. I should probably find out the name. I don't know it right now, but I'll try and find out and put it in the description. And if any of you have visited here before, you can let us know down in the comments. And yeah, if you did like it and you like to see sort of different areas of China, there's going to be a lot more videos in the future coming of this sort of thing. Please like it and subscribe if you haven't already. The social links are down below, and we will see you in the next one. Take care. Nothing to say on that one.
Oh, no. Concentrate.